How we doing? I am your host, Robert T. Gardner Jr., also known as Dr. Rob. Welcome to Station BOB. And let me tell you a little about thee. I am a kid from a Harlem hood who turned out good. I got educated like I should. Now I know how to help you grow to become the best of your being in life, love, and work. With that said, I am here to provide you with some clarity associated with the perplexity of the challenges in your life, love, and work. So, without further ado, let's get down on it. Enjoy the show. Yes. Welcome once again, my friend, to Station BOB, where you listen to learn how to become the best of your being in life, love, and work. And of course, I'm your host, Dr. Rob. What's going on? I'm feeling good as usual, filled with joy, enthusiasm. And I know some of you might say, this guy can't be for real, but I am. I really am filled with joy, and I'm happy to come to you once again, my friend, with Amanda. Amanda, say hello.
Hello.
Okay, so today, Amanda and Dr. Rob will debate. Is black love different from white love? So, Amanda, let me just ask you this before we jump into that.
Okay.
So, black people and white people, would you say that we both races are human beings, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so if we're human beings and we have hearts and we have to go to the bathroom, we get hungry, we're going to die one day, we're happy, we're sad, we all have the same types of emotions, right? So, is black love different from white love? What say you?
Absolutely.
And why do you say that black love is different from white love?
The reason why I say that, Dr. Bob, is because...
Dr. Rob? Who's Dr. Bob? All right, you know it. She's trying to press my buttons. Go ahead. Dr. Bob. No, it's Dr. Rob. All right.
Dr.
All
Rob.
right, it's all right.
The reason why I say that is because of how we are raised, what we see, what we have encountered in our parents' relationships, what we have encountered in our aunts and our uncles and our cousins' relationships. And that's why I say black love is different than white love.
But how so? Because white people have aunts and uncles and mothers and fathers. So how is it different?
I think it's different in this aspect of what a black man goes through versus what a white man goes through in their daily routines, in their encounters with their counterparts at work, when they are interacting at work with their supervisors or their superiors, or even the ones that they are actually managing or supervising.
But I don't understand. So what a black man goes through versus what a white man goes through? What does that have to do with love? First of all, what kind of love are we talking about? We talking love in a relationship?
Love in a relationship.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife.
Husband, wife.
Black relationships versus white relationships?
Yes.
Okay, so if that's what we're talking about, then help me understand why, based on what a black man goes through at work, how does that affect love? And let me just say this before you get started, that I say that there is no difference between black love and white love. I think I should just put that out there so that you know where I stand. And Amanda has taken the position that there is a difference.
Exactly.
And so please tell us, what is that difference?
The difference is that they encounter different scenarios throughout their day. So whereas you have, and I don't want to offend anyone, absolutely. I do not want to offend anyone. But when a black man has the pressures of raising a family, of being there for the family, being the sole provider, when he doesn't make as much as his white counterpart,
okay,
then that's pressure within itself. So therefore, when he comes home, he needs a safe haven. I feel that he needs a little bit more love, a little bit more attention, a little bit more comfort than what a white guy would get. Okay.
But let me ask you this. So is this every black man? Are you saying that?
I'm not saying every black man.
Is every black man going through something, and does
I
every
feel
black
like
man
they encounter
need more from his wife or whatever you're saying?
No, not every man, but on certain levels. Okay. It could be on certain levels. I think that every black man would need a little more, maybe a little more, maybe a little less.
Because what we go through?
Maybe a little more. Exactly. What they encounter out in the world on a daily basis.
Okay, so I'm a black man. Mm-hmm. Did it ever occur to you, maybe you should ask me what do I think about what you're saying and how that affects me in love?
Well, I mean, okay. All right, answer your question then.
No, it's your question.
Okay. Answer you. How does that affect you?
How does what affect me?
How do you think that the love in a relationship between a black man and a black woman, how do you feel that should it be, let me rephrase that. Should you receive more love because of what you deal with in a daily basis?
In terms of you saying the racism, the stress.
In terms of daily living on the
being
outside
denied
of the household.
Opportunities.
Absolutely.
Just being black. It's just so hard sometimes, right? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Well, what I say to that is, I never really took that into consideration, as a black man when, of course I have my experiences with, sometimes you can feel black. You're the only black person in the conference room and your peers and seniors, everybody's white. But even in that scenario, because I've worked in fields in human resources, I was an HR professional and at least when I was working there, it wasn't many blacks in the field, not on the higher levels.
Right.
Okay. Right. It gets whiter up top. And so I've been to events, retreats, conferences, and I'm in many cases the only black or one of two or three maybe. But with that said, and having been married during my, human resources professional experiences, I've never felt any I didn't bring that pressure home. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be, I do have a certain level of education, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I just really always believed, it's like I'm qualified, I'm educated, so, I'm going to work because I belong here. I have the experience, the expertise, and the degrees. So whatever stuff I felt, I've dealt with it. When you feel that kind of racial stuff, sometimes you got to deal with it however it needs to be dealt with. I'm not talking about getting in the shout out or anything, but I never, I never brought it home. I never felt like the love that I got was the love that I would get. It was like there was no extra love because I'm black and because of racism. There was no extra love for me.
Well,
and I'm not saying racism. Well, let me just say, I'm not saying like that's bad. I'm just saying that, I didn't need anything extra because of, the racial kind of experiences I may have encountered at work.
Well, how do you know that you never received that? She could have did it in a very discreet way to make you feel like that you're not receiving something. She's not giving you anything extra. She's just giving you that ordinary, plain, you know what I mean? Love. How do you know that she didn't go above and beyond with certain things because she felt like that? Okay, because we never talked about that. We never said, how did the white man jack you up at work again today? And I'm like, babe, could you, just,
Yeah, right there, my neck. Yeah, just kind of give me that massage.
What if she
right
gave
there.
you the massage anyway because she thought that you may have? But
No,
then,
but what
you
I'm
didn't
saying
discuss
is,
it.
we don't, you know,
See, it's little things that may be done that you don't really realize that are being done because we feel like your day has been rough, so we're going to give you a little extra attention.
well, but
You think it's because you guys may think it's because she loves me or this and that. It may be because, wow, my babe could have had a really rough day today out in the world because the pressures are there and the pressures are, constantly around him and on him and,
well, you know what?
Extra, make him a nice dinner and something that he really likes.
Yeah, I think if you present that to your wife or your girlfriend, then you may get that. But I never presented that. When I came home from work, I was happy because my work was meaningful. You know what I'm saying? And I could see the difference that I was making in people's lives. So, I mean, every day wasn't a great day, sometimes because of stress, work that needs to be done. I had those type of pressures, but not really the whole, nobody likes me thing, because I never really gave a damn about whether anybody liked me or not, it's at work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but you do know some of that stuff is done subliminally so that you don't know about it with your counterparts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that it's like, okay, we're just we'll have a meeting outside of the meeting that we just had. So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So we, in the way a woman is set up, you know what I mean? We're nurturers.
Okay.
So we're going to automatically go a little deeper, I think, than the ordinary.
Wait, but this is all because you're saying that...
Yeah, it's because of what you encountered throughout your day.
But what about the black woman? I mean, black people in general have been discriminated against. Men, black men, more so than women.
So than women. That's why.
But women,
absolutely.
you guys catch some racial animus also.
Not like I don't believe not like black guys do.
Okay.
I don't believe that like the black man does.
But I guess I'm really trying to figure out. So if we need a little more attention, according to you, when we come home, how is the love different? Like, what's different about the love? Because white people get divorced, white people fall in love, black people get divorced, black people fall in love, we date, we have sex, we have pain. They drink alcohol too much. We drink alcohol too much. There's abuse in both races in terms of domestic violence. Is domestic violence in all races. So I'm seeing a lot of, I don't see, because to say that is different, this is just my thinking. I asked you earlier, white people, they get hungry, they bleed if they cut themselves or get cut. They're going to die one day, we're going to die one day. We have the same biological needs. And there was once upon a time, and that stuff is still, looming, if you will, that black people were viewed as different or less than white people, which just totally, that's just totally not true, not the case. So to say that love is different between the two races, like what is that saying? That's saying that somebody just doesn't have, whose love is better? If there's a difference, whose love is better? Is black love? Even though that's a different topic, but
right.
but I'm like, when you say there's a difference, I'm like, well, what's the difference? Is one better than the other, or
I don't know. I wouldn't say better. I would just say that it's different. The love is deeper. I say that the love is different.
So you're saying different. Black love is okay?
I think it's different. I think that it's because
wait. You're saying black love is deeper than white love?
I think that I'm not going to say. That came out, but I'm going to say different because that's the topic, right?
But how so? That's they're human beings just as black people are human beings.
Their whole foundation and their upbringing is different. Their household dynamics are different because you don't see as many black households. I'm just going to say it. There's 9 times out of 10 one of the parents absent.
In the black household, you mean?
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, because the actual stats on that is 3 out of every
A little
4
less than that. Okay.
African American homes are absent of a male figure, father figure.
Okay. So therefore,
So that's really bad.
Right.
But where is the love?
But
Where
then-
is the love?
but
Where
then-
is the love? Remember that song?
where is the love?
Oh, she can sing too.
Little
Okay.
son, little son, I can carry it to you. I can carry
So
it to
come
you.
on. So what's your point? Now the black man is not even. We're not even married. Black people don't even get married. So how is the love different?
The love is different because the father was absent. So now the wife, the little girl that grew up without her dad, is going to give her husband that attention. She's going to give her husband that
Because her father was
because
missing.
her father was absent. So that makes a difference. That's definitely going to make a difference in the love and how it's displayed.
So now you got the so what you're saying, black love is different because the little girl.
I'm not saying it
grew
because
up-
of that. I'm not saying
hold
it's
up,
totally because of that.
The
No.
little girl grew up without her father, and then her husband or her boyfriend now.
That's one-
He's being discriminated and has these pressures at work, and so that makes black
love different.
different.
That's right.
But how so? Like, what's different? Like you have a blue coat and a black coat, so that's different.
You
So
can't
how?
use that as an example, the black coat, the blue coat, because it's because of the upbringing, because of the environmental parts of what happened in the neighborhood, what happened in the household, what happened, like I said, the
Wait,
aunts
so
and uncles.
help me understand. Am I understanding you to say because, and you did say this earlier with the racial struggle. So you're saying because of, say, a more challenging, difficult upbringing that black people tend to love
Different than white people.
which means that our love is more compassionate, more heated.
Could be both. Could be many other variations.
So let me ask you this. Now. Let me ask you this now. So white people, right?
Okay.
They in their homes, and I'm not saying this like I used to be white, so I can speak on this. I'm just talking about from a statistical perspective. So.
Okay.
So you got
Depends
white
on who did the statistics and who
well,
did
white people do the statistics. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
well, then there you go. It's
statistics
gonna
are
favor- okay.
but
It's going to figure what
stats.
their opinion is.
Well, stats are based on facts. It's based on data.
And when is the data and who's the demographic?
Okay, well, we can go there, but we're trying to just go with the idea that can we just
Okay.
talk about the stats?
All
all right?
right.
So,
I'm just saying.
so what I'm saying is, in white households where they tend to have husbands and wives, mothers and
Correct.
fathers, and the whole thing, but they have the same issues, life experiences that we have.
Not on the level that we do.
But no, can I just finish,
Okay,
please?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
And just like in the black home, there are white fathers missing. Okay, there's some stepdads or bonus dads in the white households, or in some cases, there are no dads. I've been to some of those homes in the work that I do. Okay, now they have more dads than we do in their homes. But my point is, but also in their homes, are issues related to alcoholism, abandonment, sexual abuse, sexual molestation. And so those issues go on in white families. Those issues go on in black families. Now, some of their customs and cultures are different in that their fathers, are running the companies, running corporate America. So, if they have a son who the father's a lawyer and he may want to be a carpenter. So the father, it's like, my dad was an attorney and his dad wasn't. So you're going to be, so that son that may not want to follow that family lineage of attorneys, he might want to be a carpenter. So that child may get cut out of the will or have his or her trust fund, taken from them. So they have those kind of, culturally financial issues. But in terms of life experiences, sexual abuse, molestation, domestic violence, abandonment, we don't know when people are going to die. I mean, my mother died when I was 9. You know what I'm saying? So they have the same life experiences as we do.
But on a different level.
But no. Didn't I just say that they're dying and getting abused
Right.
and they have alcohol? So
Right.
So if if alcohol is in my house and alcohol is in their house, the experiences might be different, but it is not on a different level, because one day is crazy in my house and one day is crazy in their house. And in the end, although the experiences are not the same, but the damage, if you will, is very similar. So if we both live in life, black people, white people, we're both we have the same biological needs. We get hungry, we perspire, they perspire. We need showers, they need showers. They take dumps, we take dumps. Love, how can love be different between the two of us?
Because
between the two races?
It's a different dynamic in the household.
Well, you know what? Hold on a minute. Let me just let a promo in, because I want you to think about what I just said and think about what you just said. And when we get back on the other side of this promo, then I want to hear from you of how you don't see, the life experiences for both races, amounting to the same type of, having the same type of effect. And so let's let a promo in and we'll pick it up on the other side.
Relationship Readiness Life and Work Preparedness Services, the place you come to for coaching, consulting, and counseling in life, love, and work. We are a multi-purpose service organization that will coach you up, educate, guide, and motivate you to succeed. We provide management training and consulting services for all businesses in the areas of employee relations, unionized employees, progressive discipline, the annual review process, and emotional intelligence to develop effective leaders for your organization. And our relationship counseling services for individuals, couples, groups show you how to become relationship ready with improved self-esteem, resilience, and self-awareness. To learn more about our programs and services, please contact Robert T. Gardner Jr. by email at changeagentrtg@gmail.com or request a meeting for a free 1-hour consultation at relationshipreadiness.org. Thank you, and let's go back to Station BOB.
All right, welcome back. And so before we stepped aside for the promo, I was just talking to Amanda about the idea that white people and black people, we as a race, all human beings encounter the same life experiences. And if we do that, okay, we get our hearts broken, we get cheated on, beat on, deceived, mistakenly conceived, infected with STDs. We all have the same experiences, and we bring those experiences into our relationships. And so I don't see how is black love different from white love? I mean, help me understand that. Help the audience understand that.
It's different in the aspect of how we were brought up, like I said before, how we were raised, what we experienced in our, as we were going through the years growing up, what we saw, what we experienced, what we witnessed, what we...
So what does that do for us in love? Like, I know you said that it sounds like because we had are you saying because we had a tougher time that we tend to love harder, if you will?
Yes. And love on a different level. Love on a different level.
What do you mean a different level? Well, like, you cannot...
Harder. I think that we will go out of our way a little more for our husbands, okay, because of what they do, what they go through during the day. I mean, I'll be like, wow, you know what? He could have had a rough day today. I don't know if he had a rough day or a good day. When he comes home, I'll ask him. Even if he had a good day, I'm still going to do a little extra. I'm going to make him a nice meal. I'm going to make him his favorite meal, maybe even. You know what I mean? So that he doesn't have to think about the pressures of the day, because men are not, some men, not going to say all, some men are not really willing to sit down and talk about their feelings and talk about what it is.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
There's some truth to that, I'll say.
So so sometimes as women, we feel like we have to kind of like, all right, well, let me just make it a little easier. Let me communicate in a different way.
So let me ask you something. So, you've been in relationships before?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so Did you experience this with any of the male figures that you were in relationships with, that they brought the stress home or to the wherever you were together, that they brought that racial kind of like where do you get that from? That a man is, we know that black men get roughed up out there. We know that. So there's no denying that. But what I'm saying is everybody's affected differently by these things. We're not all, because I told you it had really no effect on me. I mean, there were times when I should have been promoted, because of experience and qualifications. And, but I would do what I needed to do to, EEOC or speak to the appropriate people. But, I don't know. I just never became, if you will, heavy burdened with the issues from work. I mean, in life, every day is not a great day. It's what you make of it.
Right. But not every man has that same mentality. Not every man will accept and will process.
Right. Okay.
The same way.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it? But I'm only joking. So, but I'm just saying that because that's a deep statement for you to say that black love is different from white love, and you can't measure love. Like,
no,
you and I, right? We're working together, and I'm going to love working with you, and I would imagine that you're loving working with me, Dr. Rob. Right?
Yeah,
would that be fair? Would that
jury's still
would that be fair? So having said that, we can't sit here and say that my love for working with you is more than your love for working with me, because you can't measure that. We cannot measure that statistically. We can't measure that with the sound bar. You can't measure, well, Amanda says she loves working with me more than I love working with her. We can argue that back and forth. You can't measure that.
You're right.
So to say that black love is different from white love, like what does that even mean? Hold up. Valentine's Day comes and you go to the card store. What kind of people you see in the card store?
Everybody.
Who's everybody? Could you be a little more specific?
Black, white,
you see
Spanish,
some black people, some Asian people, some Hispanic people. Everybody's at Hallmark, right? Or the local card store buying chocolate and looking for flowers. You go to ShopRite, any florist, everybody looking for flowers. You ever seen some black people and white people looking for flowers on Valentine's Day?
A couple.
And what are the white men and the black men buying their wives or their, respective girlfriends? What if they get some flowers, what are they buying them?
Roses.
Oh, what color?
Red.
Red. Wow. So are the roses the black man get redder than the roses that the white man would get?
It depends on where they go.
No. Are the roses redder for the black man that he purchases versus the roses that the white man purchases? Are the roses redder? Are they more fresher?
Depends. It depends on where they
that's
go to
true,
get it from.
but answer the question. No, answer the question.
Oh, so you're saying yes or no?
No, what I'm saying is when the black man and the white man buy the flowers, they both getting what color roses?
Red.
And and normally they'll get a card and nowadays you have edibles and chocolate covered strawberries and so white men do that. White men do that for their wives also, don't they? As far as I can see. And have you noticed any white people at buying flowers and edibles and chocolate covered strawberries and all that, like the black guy does?
Every now and then I do see a couple in there, yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say more white people than black people because nobody can afford them shit. You know what I'm saying? Black guys, we still getting roses.
You got a point there.
We still buying roses from ShopRite for $12. Okay, the white guys getting the chocolate covered strawberries and the roses from the florist.
I give you that.
Okay,
so I give you that.
So all right. So I mean,
but it doesn't mean that the black woman is not catering and going out of her way to make it really special for him.
So now you're saying
I'm
that
just saying.
now you're saying that black women work harder in love than white women? Is that what you're saying now?
Yeah.
I cannot believe. No, so check this out, right? Let's just say in theory,
Okay.
In the white families, the white man is working, even though women are working all over the place. But for the most part, you go to the park on a Wednesday or Thursday, you see white women with the children. Okay? So that means that the husband is at work.
Right.
Okay? And so, Amanda, I done forgot my point. See that?
Because you know what? That wasn't important.
No, hold up. I'm gonna get it back, because what I'm really trying to say is that I don't know how you see the difference in love.
I do. And because the white women are at the park with the kids during the day, they don't really have to work if they have to.
I got the point.
Okay.
Now. So right. So the thing about that now. So in the black family, right? The black woman and the black man, they both at work, sweating it out at Walmart. Hey, babe, I'm coming home late tonight because
Walmart.
Yeah, or wherever they working. Okay, at the hospital. I don't know, motor vehicle. Babe, I got overtime. Yeah, I got overtime tonight, so I'm gonna be 2 hours late for Valentine's Day coming home. Okay, so and then the wife would say, yeah, babe, I have a meeting, and so I'm going to be a few minutes late too. Let me call my sister or brother, see if they can pick up the kids. So the black man and the black woman are at work. So the white man is at work and the white woman is home. She has the normal pressures of taking care of the children, getting dinner ready and all that. But the point is, she is at home. And so who you think is appreciating their man a little bit more because
the black woman.
Oh, you mean the black woman at work from working 12-hour shifts?
Because she got somebody that's working alongside of her, that's helping her, that's pushing in, that's saying, okay, you know what? I'm not going to let her carry the whole load all herself.
Oh, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. We're talking about...
Black love is different than white love.
No, we're talking about the white man that's at work. We talking about the white man that's at work with the white woman who's home with the kids, and she just about to get in her Range Rover and go back to Wegmans, just to get a salad. She forgot the husband's salad. So don't you think she might be feeling, extra special that she can just...
Nah, because she's used to that. She's used to that. That's nothing. That's a regular for her. That's a regular for her. That's not, that's a given because of the environment that she grew up in, because of what she has experienced growing up. Because 9 times out of 10, they have old money. Not saying that black people don't. Not saying that black people don't. But it's just a difference.
No, my point though is wouldn't a person as a white woman be really happy that looking for, first of all, she's been home with the kids all day, so she's got to be excited that her man is coming home for Valentine's Day and they're gonna have some me time because their mothers, their in-laws are taking the children. So that's an opportunity for that woman, being the white woman, to love her man just as hard, just as strong as the black woman.
It's that privilege.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, this is my thoughts. These are my...
What does privilege have to do with love now? What does privilege...
They are so used to having things a certain way because of what they've seen when they were growing up, because of the father has always made a very comfortable salary.
Okay.
So there's the role, it's set up. The mother doesn't mean, I said, and now the question of this whole topic is what? Is black love different than white love?
Right.
And it is.
But I'm just not really hearing what's the reason why.
Well, I mean,
like I don't understand. Like, how can you say that? Have you ever had a relationship with a white man?
No.
No?
No.
Would you date a white man?
Yeah.
Okay. So your relationships have primarily been with black men?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're dating the black men and you've never dated a white man, then how can you say that the love is different? White men, they get erections and they get horny and they like to have fun. And I'm sure one or two of them could put it down.
That's not even.
No, come on now. We're not even going to go
that
there.
That wouldn't be considered. That wouldn't be. That wouldn't be considered. That wouldn't be put into the scheme of the whole setup. My thing is that it wouldn't. Dating a white guy. That I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Whatever. Love.
But would you go in to that situation with the idea that, aside from the fact that it's a white person, would you go into that situation with the idea, with the notion that this kind of love is going to be different because you don't have to care for him as much because he's not being discriminated against and he's not being denied promotions and opportunities at work because he's a white guy.
He's
okay.
Not gonna deal with the stresses and the struggles of a black man.
Then how would you love him? You're going to love him less? Even though he's providing you with gifts and red roses up to the bedroom and all of those kind of things.
I wouldn't love him less. I just wouldn't love him the same as I would a black man.
But how do you know that? How do you know that? What if he is breaking your back? Doggy style. What if he breaking your back before work and after work? You don't know.
He don't deal with the struggles.
No, but you don't know how you don't know how he can make you feel though.
But
Amanda, what if he's breaking your back?
Listen,
Amanda, are you hearing?
Fur on my back to break it.
Are you hearing me, Amanda? Are you hearing me? So Roger that. I like that. Now I see you've been a trucker. You're a trucker like a white guy. Roger that. Didn't forget, buddy. So listen up. So he is breaking that back. Ow. Okay, pow. So now, and he's gifting you. Okay, and because he's white, he might have a little extra money because, as you said,
he got it like that to do that.
Exactly. So now your bank account is looking kind of nice.
Okay.
So you're not going to show appreciation and gratitude to that man for the way that he loved you. And matter of fact, as far as the last 5 black guys you dated, what you have found and what you told your mother is that, hey, Ma, this guy is the nicest guy I ever met. So do you give him that same love that you would give a black man?
I would give him an extra shrimp for dinner.
Oh, damn. An extra
I'm
shrimp.
just saying. On his linguine. Yeah. Okay, I would put him an extra shrimp on a linguine.
So you tell me you just couldn't. If you're going to date him, you're not going to love him full throttle.
I can't say that.
So then what's this with the extra shrimp?
The difference between black love and white love is different. Oh, well, the extra shrimp is because, he's putting the fur on my back. He's giving me the Land Rover. He's giving me, you're going to have extra shrimp. I'll give you the extra shrimp.
And so that wouldn't make you feel special. That wouldn't kind of make you, have to change your underwear every now and then just because you're feeling so special about it.
No.
Wow. So you just upped the mindset basically that a black love and white love is different.
Absolutely.
And if you had a white man as a, lover or mate, you're saying to me that you would you choose not to love him, in the same nurturing, loving way that you would the black man who supposedly needs all of this extra care because he's getting kicked around at work and he comes home and he's beaten down, and so now you're there to save the day?
Unless he's Push 1515 on Instagram. Check him out, ladies and gentlemen. Check him out.
Push 1515. What the?
I'm just saying.
All right. Okay.
Sidebar. My bad. But no. I honestly feel that there is a difference, and that I would definitely love differently if I had a black spouse or significant other.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.
Because I don't know. That's just me, and that's just the way I feel and my thoughts on that.
But you really don't know how that could work. Some people, they'll meet a person from another race and they'll be like, Ma, I never thought I could feel this way about somebody who was not a black man or a black woman. I mean, you don't know what you can get for love. I mean, what is it? Just tell me, what is it? What do you, when it comes down to a man, what do you look for in a man? You know, that you would date. What do you look for in a man?
He has to have a sense of humor.
Okay.
He has to be with stable employment.
Okay.
He has to have his own
what?
Car, apartment.
Okay.
Home, whatever, his own dwelling.
Does he have to be a certain height? Does he have to be a certain complexion?
No. I would prefer somebody my height or taller.
Okay.
But if listen, I can't be putting my arm on his head.
I hear that. Well, listen, but we ain't trying to tell you to go. You know,
I'm just saying. But yeah, no, I prefer somebody my height or taller.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be kind.
Okay.
He has to be genuine.
Right.
He has to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to be affectionate.
Okay, so you think any white guys come with those type of qualifications?
There might be a couple.
Okay, so if that's the case, are there some black guys with those type of personality?
A couple.
Okay, so if the black guys have that trait and the white guys have that trait, that means that they can love, and so those are the same traits we just described for both members of both races. So how is it different if they both have the capabilities to bring the same thing to the table?
Because the interaction could be different.
Of course it's going to be different because they're two different people. But if the white guy is loving you just as good, if not better than the black guy, what's the problem?
He can have the extra shrimp, like I said.
Oh, the extra shrimp. Okay. But the black guy would get the extra hug, the extra love.
He would get the
extra round,
the shrimp, the broccoli.
Wow.
He would get the
So is that based on
sauce?
Yeah. Is that based on
No.
Is that based on like discrimination
No.
or just the idea that you it's your opinion that the black man needs extra love because of the ills of society related to race?
Absolutely.
Wow. So what if the white guy feels that nobody in his family loves him because his father, his grandfather, and great-grandfathers were doctors or attorneys, and he just wants to be, a carpenter? So what if he's feeling, the stresses from his family and has been somewhat, cast out or cast aside, so this white man, as a human being, now he's bringing some, they're not necessarily racial type of negative energies, but they're family energies based on him feeling less, feeling inferior, to, the way his family has received him because he doesn't want to go to law school.
He's being a brat.
So the black guy that's coming home frustrated because of race and things, what is he being?
He's trying to maintain. I think he's trying to maintain and keep his sanity because of what has been dumped on him, if you will.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm just going to, as we bring this to a close, let me just ask you this. Are you talking about the black man from the 60s and 70s and the 50s? Or are you talking about the black man today from, 2016, 17, 2020, 2021? Is that black man experiencing the same struggles as the white man from, the 50s, 60s, and 70s?
No.
So does he need the same thing?
There's generational stuff that has been passed down.
Okay.
That affects the black man of today from the black man of yesterday.
So you think every black man, we all have issues, but you think every black man is hurting from his, issues?
I think somewhere within himself and within his mind, yes.
Okay, because I haven't
But he
found
just
that
doesn't-
pain. I haven't found that pain yet. You know,
Okay.
So I'm just wondering.
Okay.
Okay, so I think Amanda here, this is just really I'm struggling to help you see, that
And I'm struggling to help you see as well.
that you cannot measure love, therefore you cannot say who can love more, deeper, or more. If black people are human beings and white people are human beings, and although, financially, status may be different, culture or what have you, but we all experience the same life experiences within, the framework of our family life. Like I said, there's sudden loss, death, there's abandonment. White people are adopted, black people are adopted, abused. There's domestic violence in white homes and black households. So we are having the same life experiences. And as bad as race has been, I'm not so sure that race is the thing that, makes black love better just because we, been dealt a bad hand, if you will.
And I think it does.
Okay, so we're going to leave it right there because we're just not
We're going to
going
agree to disagree.
Yes, we can do that. So, do you have any closing thoughts on why you want to leave it right there? Just in terms of not why you want to leave it right there, but because why you think that there's a difference.
Yes, I would like to leave the listeners with the thought of the upbringing is key to the difference in the loves.
Okay.
The experiences that they have experienced growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, and they've witnessed would make the love different.
That makes the love different. Oh, man, I'm still trying to understand, like, how is the love different? But I guess we may never get an answer to that question because you cannot measure love. But I appreciate Amanda and
I appreciate you as
and
well,
her
Dr.
position. But I just say in closing that, as human beings, white, black, indifferent, Hispanic, I think we all encounter the same life experiences and have the same limitations because of those life experiences. And if love is love as we think it is and know it to be, I'm not sure how love could be different between one race between another. And let me just ask you this before we go. I just want to ask you, is there a difference in love between black and Hispanic people?
I was going to ask you the same question.
Yeah. Just that's just because I don't think it's a difference. So just handle that one. Absolutely. So you're saying that Hispanic people love differently than black people,
and white people love it differently than Hispanic people, and Hispanic people love differently than Chinese people, and Chinese because of their upbringing, because of their culture, because of what they've experienced.
You know what I think?
The
I got
examples
the
have been set in front of them.
I got that. I think we just have different ideas of what love is. I think that's what we. That's
No,
what.
I agree with you on
yeah,
that.
that's the
I agree with you on
snag-a-tooth
that
here. What is love?
What is love?
So let me ask you this: the Bible says love is kind,
Love is patient.
love is caring.
Love is, love is kind. Love is caring.
But you don't have to remember the scripture totally. But
Okay.
But we on the same vibe that love
never
is.
keeps score. That's
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
right, exactly. So who does that apply to? Does that apply to?
Everyone.
Okay,
That
so
applies-
if that applies to everyone, then that says that love is love is love.
But it doesn't mean that everybody applies it.
Okay, on that note, I think it's time to get out of here. All right, Amanda. We will talk again and stay tuned for next week where our podcast topic will be, can good people turn bad, and can bad people turn good? So until we meet again, my friend, thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to talking with you again next week. And as I always say, remember, love is an action, not a word, and it is not supposed to hurt. Peace. As we wrap up this show, I hope this topic helped you to grow. And now you know a little bit more than you knew before. If you have any questions about this topic, please email me at changeagentrtg@gmail.com. See my website, relationshipreadiness.org. To learn more about my counseling, consulting, and educational programs related to life, love, and work. Finally, in the words of the late, great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can show somebody he is traveling wrong, then my living will not be in vain. Until we meet again, do the right thing when nobody is looking. Peace, beloved.